episode 41. Joe, you weren't here for episode 40, so I apologise. We missed you dearly. So Scott,
where was I?
You were working hard, mate.
Was I?
Yeah.
Life's been getting in the way a little bit of the podcast.
Life has been.
But it does happen, because I did the full rundown of Wembley.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You did?
And things like that, yeah. I actually have notes for tonight's show.
Wow.
What do you think of this book, by the way? It's got masking tape.
Yeah, what's the masking tape for? Is that designed or there?
It looks like Kevin Owens merch.
It does.
It does look like Kevin Owens merch. Yeah.
I was going to say, before you get into the pod, let's do our end of pod stuff now, where we go, hey, if you're liking this, if you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe and get down in the comments with any sort of, like, even if you haven't nothing to say, just drop an emoji down there. But if you're listening,
I like how you said get down in the comments. I like that.
Yeah, you got
get down in the comments.
You got to flick down to the comments, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's talking like a frigid young man talking to a woman for the first time. Why is he stuttering all over his words? Are you nervous?
I'm highly nervous. It's 9 p.m. I was all geared up for an NFL draft. And
I'll join you. Cheers.
I'm going to say, can we just talk about those caps that don't come off anymore? Because they create such a mess on a white shirt if you're drinking anything.
They're not too bad if you do it like this. I was making a hurry.
Yeah, but you've got to suck out that lid first.
It goes all in your nose, gets in it.
Because there's always a bit of residue in there. So what happens is you do this and then it runs down and it gets on your shirt.
Nightmare.
Pepper or corn, the lids on the new bottles.
Heavy corn.
Cut them off.
Hard corn.
I tried to rip one off the other day. It didn't work.
Yeah, it gets worse.
That's strong.
Some of them are really strong. I'm gonna pepper them for the impact that they have on the environment.
The impact
and the trolling of the human species.
Yeah,
but no,
trolling. Did you say trolling or trolling?
Trolling. I think that's coming.
Something's a trolling, like as if you're netting up a load of people.
Mate, Scott, I think you need to put both ears in, if possible.
Don't do that.
No. I thought we'd get the call to action stuff out at the start, change it up a little bit. So yeah, if you're listening to us on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, anywhere that you listen to your podcast, hey, leave a review. I don't mind if it's not a 5-star review. Scott gets very touchy about those subjects, but hey, I like the feedback.
Yeah, even if you're outside our window right now listening in person, leave a comment. Like it, subscribe, because there's a couple people that hang outside that window.
The problem is, if you don't give a 5-star review, it does mess with your algorithms even slightly.
I like the idea that someone would give like a 3.
I like it.
No, but Matt gave Gunners R Us 4.75.
He did on purpose.
And it's ruined the algorithm.
How do you know it's ruined the algorithm? Have you been onto Apple?
Just because we get terrible views and listens. As Bruno was saying, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, give us a 5-star review and get to YouTube.
Follow us.
I have.
Sorry.
Did you say Volivants?
For God's sake.
Volivants!
Because I like a Volivant.
I don't like a Volivant.
I'm not into them.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what they are.
It's the puff pastry boys with the savoury filling.
No.
I'm a big anti-savoury filling guy.
That and quiche.
Yeah, anything that's going to spew out into my mouth. I've said this before. I don't like it.
I don't mind a quiche. It depends. What flavour. Sorry, Scott. You go ahead, mate. You want to start off this podcast?
Well, to be honest, could you just tell the story of how my first ever NFL draft as a commissioner went? Just as I let Luke in the door. So you carry on. He's crying, so I just want you to talk for a second.
So, hey, Scott is new. Not only to just the NFL fantasy world as it is, but big man, because he had to get Joe in somehow. We did try and politic our way in our other group to get you in, Joe, but we couldn't get rid of anyone.
It's the league just for me.
And I refuse to go to 12 teams because it's already hard as it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Scott, 2 years deep in just being a player, he decided he wanted to become a commissioner, and it's been an outstanding or overstanding. What's the word that I'm looking for? It's been a fail. So big man had to come in.
You like what I heard there?
Big man had to come in, save the day. He sorted the league settings. He sorted when the draft's going to be. It's 24 hours late. It's 24 hours out from the season starting. So Woo! it's all go. But how do you feel like your first commissioner?
Everything you just said sounded like my final review at Reading Football Club when I left. And the ultimate words of Steve, who was the manager, he said, ultimately, it's been a fail.
Room for improvement.
And I went, yeah, he didn't even say that, honestly. Oh, wow. And then I took my boots, my braces, and I went home.
Yep.
Anyway, that's pretty much what I've done tonight. Bruno screen shared my computer, probably put some kind of dirty software bug on there. Because, I mean, if you've seen Speed 2 and our boys in that film, with the leeches, I don't respect about this, but it's going somewhere.
Yeah, it is.
What's his name?
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe with sharp head.
Yeah, I forgot
extremely sharp face. That character in that
is so good.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Bruno will put
so good.
Yeah,
he said so good.
Yeah, Bruno often sits in his bath at home and he fills it with leeches. And he gets really excited. If anything, gets off.
Oh yeah.
On the idea of unloading a very small software bug onto someone else's computer that won't destroy their life, but will certainly cause them a little bit aggro.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I hide in my golf clubs. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You haven't seen that film in a bit. That was a reference to Speed 2. Because otherwise, guys, go check that guy's hard drive.
I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's just ingrained.
You knew that. You knew that.
It's such an underrated film.
Honestly, it held up really well. And I don't want to go on about it too much.
Is it one of the best sequels of all time?
Oh, I don't know if it's that, but let's relax a little bit. It was very good.
We've touched on about 4 things. Yeah. Not just very lightly pressed our lips against them, but things that I want to talk about.
Wow, look at that. It's like we know what we're doing.
Wow.
You guys have no clue, and that's what's mad about it. But the first thing
we're saying that we're in sync. We're 41 episodes deep, so we're in sync at this point.
Here's the thing.
I thought we were more Backstreet Boys, but it's fine.
Oh yeah,
Joey Fatone.
Also, episode 41, my age.
Wow,
very good. And the next WrestleMania in Vegas.
Yeah.
And Little Red will go and stay in a shady motel while we're all of us are in the Ritz. The dog's up at the desk.
Hello.
Basically, I want to tell you that the film I watched last night, but I want to act it out.
Okay.
Have we both?
It's a big man.
Have we both seen this film?
Yes, you've both seen it. You two try and guess it.
Well, without you acting out.
Yes.
That's not much. We kind of need you for this.
Film. Any film. That's kind of. I'm gonna look at your notes. Look at your notes.
Yeah.
A little peek at your notes.
The weird thing is, Joe. So it's gonna be like a comedy type rom-com, or
I think you might be right.
Or a soft action. I'm going for.
I like that soft action.
Did you actually have a guess?
No.
Have you got it?
I tried to have a sneaky peek at your notes.
Oh, you didn't. You've ruined the game.
I didn't look at them.
You always did this as a kid.
I pretended to look at them.
When we played Monopoly, what did you used to do? Tell them.
I was acting. What did I do?
I don't think we ever played
Monopoly like 3 times ever.
Yeah, I've never been involved.
It's quite hard playing 20 questions against the wall. So let's play.
Well, I've played it with the Bruce before. Here we go. What film did I watch last night?
Is it a soft action film?
No, I'm about to do something.
Okay.
Why are you so antsy?
Sorry. Late.
All right. Listen here, okay? Here you go. You ready? I want to do a little bit more. That's the whole bit. Just watch the way I drank it. You don't want it, Lise?
Lise. So
now make the call. Now make the call. Credit card? You have a credit card? Make the call.
Oh
my God. Yeah. Red Eye. Got it.
It's Red Eye. I'll tell you this.
The weird thing is, I was
so
close because that scene. I was like, I know what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
as soon as you said Lise as well, that's what.
Yeah, I wish you went.
No, I've got so much. What I found from watching it was it's not only very quotable in our group.
Yeah.
It might have shaped us.
I don't know. We were big Cillian Murphy guys before everyone else. Cillian Murphy guys.
Exactly, and we were big Harry Styles guys when he was Rachel McAdam. But what I want to say is, even the mannerisms might actually be our comedy. And I don't think it's supposed to be, but including the water, because, you know, she's got a headache, obviously, because he headbutted her. Yeah. And he asked for some water, and she's like, I need water or something. And he goes, do you have any water? Like the way he does, every time he turns around, he's like, and then when he gives her the water, it's a tiny little bottle, and he goes like that, and she just looks at him like that, and he goes, and his story goes,
hey, you know,
it's how rapid he's doing it.
I got big things for how people eat and drink in films.
Nice.
Honestly, and some of the lines in that film, I didn't even notice that we do it. Like when we're on a flight, when there's a little bit of turbulence, we'll go.
Of course we do it. Of course that's where it's from. Yeah.
I know. I think I knew.
Obviously.
But I think once I watched it, I was like, oh, this is every joke I do on a flight.
I don't think I've watched that film for 20 years, and I still think that.
If you want 90 minutes to just go by like this, watch it.
Does it hold up?
It was so good.
There's a top 5 of quotes and reenactments from that film that you can make an easily top 5, maybe top 10 of what we do. Obviously, number 1 is it's a knife lease.
Which is at the end of a very good
K-bar.
He sat in his silver Beamer. He says Beamer.
Make the call.
Listening to some smooth jazz. Shopping his 12-inch K-bar. That's a knife piece. So good. Yeah, because by the way, when he has the throat deal, once he goes to her house, he sounds exactly like Trump. It's so hard to explain, but he sounds exactly like Trump. But yeah, he's when because he has the pencil. When that woman comes in, she's like, it's like the way he falls when she pushes the bag out. It's ridiculous. It's such a good film, and
maybe Trump takes stuff from that.
Maybe he does. And when she drinks a Baybreeze and not a Daybreeze, and later on he says, "I've seen you drink nothing but an effing Daybreeze all this time." It's just a really good film. It holds up.
It does.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how. It's a 90-minute film. It felt like I was watching it for 10 minutes.
Where's it available?
Netflix.
Oh.
It is honestly. I can't even remember all the quotes. I should have wrote every single one down. It's so good.
It shaped us so much that I found a girlfriend called Lisa.
That's really good. I like that.
I need to find out.
And you're going on a plane with her, and you got to do. Don't you watch the film? Don't watch her watch the film, and just do the whole thing. All the bits.
Use the phone.
Now you said that, I'm gonna
use the phone and everything.
The last Virgin flight they put me on had one of those phones and no TV.
I do it all the time. Wow. If I ever see that, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, because it has the string, doesn't it? And then like he's looking around, he's like, they're all out of service, and he goes, oh, very smart, Lisa.
Joe got a girlfriend named Lisa. You do that, and I became a hired hitman. So we've all been shaped from that film.
I like that. I really like that.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of some others, but honestly, yeah, generally very good film.
Nice.
I know we like to talk about films on here, which
we are a film and TV breakdown podcast.
Could you imagine?
Well, I like it. I like it. Yeah. Well, in real life, what are you really going to talk about?
Yeah, true. And I just started watching Breaking Bad.
Oh, I need to start. Generally, I do need to start that.
I tell you what.
Right before going away.
I think we're going to.
It's before you go away.
It's only like 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Hour episodes, aren't they?
Hour episodes, about 16 episodes.
It's doable. It's doable.
I'm in the second season now, and it's very good.
Yeah. That's about 7 days of pure programming.
Do you want to hear something ridiculously bad?
Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
It's mentally sick. Yeah. So Sunday night, I couldn't necessarily get to sleep. And then I didn't want Monday morning to really come because I'd just come off like a 5-day holiday. A 5-day holiday.
An absolute
so I was like, I can't be bothered. And it's that Sunday night feeling that I get. Sunday nights, I normally stay up late anyway, like with the NFL, House of Dragons. So it's kind of ingrained in my DNA now. About 12 o'clock, I started watching Gossip Girl from season 1. I didn't go to sleep at all that night, and I went straight into work watching. Oh, no. I'm on like season 2 of Gossip Girl by watching it like whilst working. Just crazy. It's mental.
I love that you can fit that in whilst working. I can't even look at my phone in the day.
I need some noise. I can't just like do work.
Yeah, I'm the same. I need stuff. And you've seen it before, so it's not.
I don't need.
Watch Red Eye tomorrow, though.
I will. But I know with Red Eye, I'm gonna want to pay attention, so I'll have to watch that in the evening.
How many episodes into Breaking Bad are you?
Probably about 4 episodes into the second season.
Got away with that.
Yeah.
Getting loose.
Hammering it.
Is it alright? Is it as good as everyone says?
I'm hooked. I tell you what, it's more of a slow burner than I expected.
It is, because there's this thing where you can have a look. I think I mentioned it before, where you can get a whole series breakdown, episode by episode, of the score. And I think Breaking Bad is one of the only ones that goes from like orange to like green. Like, so it only gets better. Whereas other ones have like peaks and troughs. Yeah,
because it kind of started okay, and then it kind of settled a little bit, and then it picks up like by the second season. But it is way more of a slow burn than I expected. Like, there's a lot more story. It's got like a Sopranos vibe where it kind of... It's got the underlying what it is, and then there's just these other stories going on in there.
It's definitely a modern day Sopranos type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, very similar.
People really refer to it as like the best program. So we've always said we will watch it, but we're going to wait a long time. It's just a lot to take on. I got One Tree Hill like 15 years later. So.
until you're on your ranch with your goats and...
Well, I was going to say California goodies, but I don't know why he said it. He said it like such a Tory as well.
I'm going to bleep it.
Yeah, but it's the way he said it was...
Well,
as Dominic Mysterio said on Impulsive, California goodies.
No one's going to know, California goodies, sorry.
By the way, his end goal of life was exactly how I've described mine. It
sounds great.
He said... Have a small family, load of dogs, California goodies, and a ranch. Don't ever leave.
His current goal looks pretty good as well.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it? He's living out Bruno's fantasy, I think. What was I going to say? Oh, you mentioned a program. One Tree Hill might be having a spin-off as well.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that is very, very cool to me. We're trying to pick a autumnal program to watch. Like I've mentioned before, we were going to go with Gossip Girl because apparently it's a whodunit.
Yeah.
But obviously Blake Lively's in it, so we can't watch it now.
So you get caught up into so much like celeb drama, like this person's a bad guy or whatever. Like
he's bad. Yeah.
But it's more of a thing now, isn't it? Where you have to question, am I supposed to like this person? Because I've forgotten who's done what.
I think she might be at the top.
What's she done?
Really.
I haven't seen anything.
She's done nothing.
She got really arsey in a interview.
Yeah.
And apparently,
that's all. I think she's really funny. But I am having I've got a real hard on.
Wow.
Yeah, there's I kind of want to go through Brooklyn Nine-Nine again really badly because I love that show.
Yeah, I want to do New Girl again.
That's the other one, and I was tempted to go simultaneous with the two.
Ooh, I like that.
I did New Girl twice through during COVID.
Honestly, New Girl, I can't get enough of. Every time I see like a minute of it, I'm like, I have to watch it.
If I had Disney Plus, then I would have picked New Girl, but I don't, so I can't watch it at the moment.
Ironically, we put Dad through a 10-minute highlight of New Girl the other day.
Oh yeah,
because we were like, this is kind of we were like, you like Friends, and you really like kind of Bob Mortimer. Like, imagine Bob Mortimer meets Friends. Yeah. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
and like Nick keeps going to talk to like Tren, who's the old Chinese guy that sits on the bench. Yeah. And he's like, oh, stop it. He's just staring at him. And like Dad was just like, I like this.
It's very much a Bobby program. That.
It's abstract.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Jess, young man. She's got like no cigarette. Honestly, some of the bits of that I think are so good.
So good.
So good.
Schmidt in general.
Schmidt generally, yeah. But that one with Nick when he goes to the wedding and he turns up with what he thinks is Cece's mum. It's an old Indian lady. But all the way through the night, she keeps shouting at him because she doesn't know where she is. And he's like, stop it. And he keeps like shouting. He goes, don't be so mean to me. I'll fall in love with you. And he's like, get out of here. Like, so stupid. But I love it. The reason earlier you said about best sequel, and I kind of wanted to talk about something, which was, I thought I had earlier while listening to New Heights. I don't know if anyone's listened to this week's New Heights.
No, I've listened to most of it.
With Adam Sandler.
No.
I haven't got to the Adam Sandler bit. I've seen clips.
Okay. I was going to say, what is your favourite Adam Sandler film? Because I think that's a really hard thing. And then I was going to throw an even harder thing. I think this might be harder for you than it is me comfortably, but I think this might actually hurt you to ask this question.
Okay.
Who do you prefer more, Adam Sandler or Jim Carrey?
Oh my god.
And I know both of you.
Yeah.
Big Jim Carrey guy.
Yeah, I would pick Jim Carrey over Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
My favorite Adam
I'm a
Sandler.
Sandman guy.
My favorite.
I think Jim Carrey shaped so many people's, like our generation mainly. Our humor growing up was big Jim Carrey.
Well, do you remember? They were talking about there was certain age groups. So they reckon if you're born before 87, you're Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And then post 87, you're
Sandler.
Adam Sandler. But Bruno is also such a mark for Ace Ventura and The Mask. Like they're the only two films he's thinking about, I think, in his head. But it's literally shaped his whole everything.
I'd say more like growing up was Jim Carrey, but I think as I got older, Adam Sandler took over with the early Adam Sandler film.
I think if I was to go down, I would easily like more Adam Sandler films than Jim Carrey films. But there's just something that
it's fundamentally altered you.
It's ingrained into your blood.
Yeah, Bruno loves Ace Ventura.
It's the Adam Sandler favorite film is a tough one because I had a DVD of Mr. Deeds, and it's not necessarily the best one, but because I watched it so much, there's some nostalgia and I love to it. Same with like Big Daddy and stuff like that. Like,
Big Daddy.
It's so.
I've already got my answer.
It's Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore is the answer.
And this is what I was hoping for because the sequel is on its way.
I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Big Travis Kelce's in there.
Yep.
We don't know what he is
talk
yet,
of. No, well, he kind of alluded to it because apparently he was trying to write it a year ago. And he didn't know Travis at that point very well. He just kind of met him here and there.
Yeah.
And him and I don't know who he writes it with. I think it might be Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
He said we were kind of coming up with this idea of Travis being his son. Okay. And he tries to put him through golf.
Wow.
And then it just turned out that Travis is now in the film. But Travis, I think, is going to be kind of a cameo, basically. Yeah. And he's going to be in there with a load of other golfers.
Nice.
But the story's going to be that basically Happy is super down on his luck.
Okay.
And he has to get to one more championship to try and get some money because he's fallen completely behind.
Where is that? Rest in peace, Chubbs. It was because we lost Chubbs.
Yeah. Chubbs, yeah. But no, they were talking about just the general, like he was like, how'd you even come up with that film? And he was like, I was just a hockey guy, and I remember I used to go play golf with my dad, and he hated the way I hit the ball. But Travis said, he goes, I can now hit 5 out of 5 like Happy.
Oh wow!
Because I thought I might be in a film, so I tried to learn it.
Yeah.
And Sandler was like, I can hit like 1 in 10. And Travis was like, everyone goes 350 as well.
Both are well. I was about to say are well endowed friends, are well endowed at golf friends, can do the Happy Gilmore every bloody time.
Yeah, it's mad. It's such a hard technique.
Yeah,
but that is the film for me. But I don't think it's the one. It's the one I've seen the most when I was younger because I think we had it on.
Yeah,
and it was just something I watched.
It was one of the first DVDs I owned,
and another one that I quote a lot still. But I think I've watched, weirdly...
You love Grown Ups, don't you?
Grown Ups, yeah. Grown Ups 1 and 2.
Film.
I just find it such an easy film to throw on.
Yeah.
But the actual comedy is so... some of his newer stuff, he is making films essentially just for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the comedy is like, Kevin James in it, just every time he sneezes, he farts. Yeah, it is so like... but like, you're just like, oh, okay. But his old stuff's so good.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out like uncut gems and gets like awards and stuff. So
he's similar to Jim Carrey though. Jim Carrey kind of did, known for comedy, he then did some good serious stuff as well. Then went back to comedy. I think it's good when they can.
And Warboy. Bobby
Boucher.
Boucher. Bobby Boucher.
There was one I had in my head a minute ago. Like,
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. That was before Happy Gilmore.
That was old.
Yeah, that's his first one, I think.
But like Lissy loves, I think it's like Blended, 51st Dates. There's a few
I was
others.
going to say Claire liked 51st Dates and Blended, so I watched that a lot.
Yeah, that's it. But like any of them with like Jennifer Aniston, Click.
Click was a good.
Oh my god!
I watched Click the other day, and it really upset me.
What a film! It's heavy, but what a film!
Yeah, it really gets you. But no, when we're talking about sequels, that Happy Gilmore might touch a certain nostalgia for a lot of people that could do massive. I think that will do massive numbers.
I agree. I agree.
But no, I've got a few things written down here.
I like it. I love it.
Some of them don't really make sense.
can't
if
see
you
them. I'm
can't,
trying to
your
read them.
eyes are gone. One of them just says ice lollies with worms, and it was because I had this thought. I think a lot. All right, I don't do much.
Big thinking.
And
Big thinker guy.
do you remember the spa when we were kids?
Yep.
There was an ice lolly. I don't know if you remember. It was a Bug's Life ice lolly,
Yes.
and it was like multicolored, but it had
Bugs
Haribo
it.
like worms. Yeah, coming
Yeah.
out of it like rotten fruit.
Yeah.
Now I think back,
Yeah.
it's like supposed to be like an apple, but it wasn't the shape of an apple. It was like a
Yeah.
Right.
phallus. So, but it had worms in it,
Yeah. I remember these.
and you
Yeah.
just have them out. Yeah, but I think that might be the best ice lolly.
Okay. Is it still available?
I don't know, but I feel very passionate about it because obviously I was thinking about it in my spare time. That's all I have for it. There's nothing else. I have no questions for you. I just wanted to talk to you about
The
it.
best ice lolly has got to be either a Calypso or the fruit pastel lolly.
Ooh.
The fruit pastel lolly might be the most disrespected lolly in the world. It's
Ooh.
relax with that one. But I mean, I thought the size of it was sus.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Bit too big for you?
yeah, like a milk pop. You're just like,
Yeah.
it's a little milk pop.
You
Oh,
can
I
feel it.
love a milk pop.
Yeah, but that guy, the pastel
You had
one,
to really work on
it
that.
was uncomfortable, the size
Made
I
your jaw
found.
rake a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely made you think twice. I ate mine sideways.
Good.
Started from the middle.
Now we're
I
here.
eat it with my hands. Like I ate banana.
Start from the mid.
Started from the middle. Now we've eaten it.
Do you know what I don't like about ice lollies though? You know when you just get to that end bit and you're down to the whatever that thing is.
The stick.
The stick.
No, don't go the stick. That's exactly what it is.
But like you start to get your teeth and your tongue on the stick, and that it makes my mouth feel funny. Even thinking about it, I used to throw mine away before I even got close to the stick.
Just
So privileged.
Yeah.
I just take one lick of the lolly and throw it.
He would have 3 just to get through it without having to touch the stick,
yeah.
just to get a normal amount.
I barely got down to the green layer of that.
Right. Bro, did you say Calypso or Calippo?
Calippo, sorry.
Is that the
push-
diamond
the push
deal
pop.
with the push pop? Yeah.
Woo! I like the
Okay.
juice at the bottom.
Yeah.
And when
jubbly.
Ribena did theirs.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think they're good because last week I talked about the infrastructure of a cupcake,
Did you?
and I think cupcakes are lovely, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't like how they're formed. You've got the wrapper, I don't want to do this again, but the wrapper, the sponge, then the icing, face, mustache,
Yeah.
sticky.
Okay. I've got a
Sticky.
theory on muffins and cupcakes. It's mainly the muffin. I have a theory that you're supposed to eat that from the bottom. So you hold it upside down.
Of course, Bruno
I don't
agrees.
mind that.
Take the wrapper off, and then you know you got the soft bit. You start on the soft bit and then work your way through the underneath. I have this theory about pies. You could tell me this. As an
Oh my
ex-chef.
god, we are so close to the bone here.
Yeah. So when you're eating a pie,
That's good pie.
yeah,
What type of pie?
I
then?
have any pie, like the shape
Warm
of a
apple
pie. Where
pie.
you know when you got the crust on top and you got the soft bottom.
I'll bet
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a theory that they're designed that you have to eat them upside down.
To be fair, it's a lot easier to eat them upside down.
Yeah.
It's more
I
of
have
a
a theory
pudding.
that's-
So when you make a pie pudding, that
Yeah.
you serve it upside down, so it's easier to
Yeah.
cut and then cut into the base. Yeah.
Because you've
It
essentially got
actually
you've,
makes a lot of
you've
sense.
essentially got a crust plate at the bottom.
But you haven't got a flat surface.
It's kind of
What, with the
flat.
pie?
It's kind of flat.
Yeah, pie.
Yeah, but I feel like the edges go up a little bit, so you're going to get a little like...
Yeah, it's like a little crust. It's a crust plate, and you work your way through the ingredients of the soft bit.
Talk yourself out of the muffin then. That's all over the shop on the top.
What
You can't get... He's just moving
you
around
can't-
like
you
that.
do-
you got a cup in your
Yeah.
hand like that.
Oh, it's
That's
a
why
perfect
it's
shape
called-
for the inside of a hand.
That's why it's called a cupcake.
It's called a muffin. Do
It's a
A
muffin.
muffin.
The muffin shape.
You cup it in your hand like a cupcake.
you know what? I don't think you're wrong.
I think it's pretty spot on.
And I also think a Diet Coke can, you're supposed to crack only slightly, and then you've got to suck the liquid out from the top.
It'll last longer.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't do it now, but I mean, my young years, fairly sure that's why my teeth look like
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandez for a long time. It's because I was, and the reason I stopped was because Dad said when we were kids, he said, "Why are you sucking on that lid?" He said, "Why are you sucking on the can? Just open the can." And I was like, "Because it just takes longer, and I like it." And he was like, "Like rats wee on that and stuff."
Yeah.
On the lids.
Well,
and I
why
was
do you
like,
drink out the
but then I was like,
second?
but I also put my mouth in there. He
Yeah,
goes,
we-
put it in a glass then. And he made me put it.
I did. I got a bottle of Coke at the weekend, and someone said, "Put it in a glass," because rats. Like I was like, Oh man, don't ruin it.
Oh, they said the rat thing.
Don't ruin it.
No,
Yeah. It wasn't just a thing. It happens.
I miss the 80s. You know, when you get dirt on your knees and just
raw dog a bottle.
suck the top of a can.
Yeah.
Get all the rat juice.
I think I've licked bottles.
Our immune systems are better because of it.
Mine isn't.
COVID-19 wasn't around when I was a kid.
That's so true. So true.
All gone
But
wrong.
Joe, loads of bad stuff happened when you were a kid.
Did it? Yeah, but I was oblivious. No social media.
You were who?
Oblivion.
Oh, I'm oblivious. I was thinking of that wrestler that was a
Nothing
gladiator.
bad happens without social media. I just tell you
Who
that.
was that woman that was a wrestler around when we started? That she was a gladiator, but she was also in the Big Brother house. Remember?
Slightly.
She was like jacked. Does that like ring a bell?
Yeah.
I thought about this the other day and I can't remember it at all. Can't figure out who it was.
Like
But I had
Jazz,
her.
was it?
No, she was Essex based, but she was muscular, brown hair. She was a gladiator. She was on the reboot of Gladiator, the one on Sky One.
Oh.
Like the time like Nick Aldis was doing it.
Yeah.
So like you know when Mason Ryan, who was like Goliath, he came to Alton. I think she might have been on that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
But around when we started, she was on the odd show with us. I think Kieran and Jake did a few shows with her.
God, that rings a
But
bell.
yeah, it was stuck in my head because I was like, it was one of those people that I knew of, but I also knew her like personally. Like we all knew her.
Yeah.
So she was like on Facebook and that. But I mean, I've lost her Facebook since then. I can't keep up with these people.
These people are on Facebook.
These people aren't on Facebook.
They're not there anymore.
But anyway, yeah. The other thing I wanted to say was, what do you think of Lainey Wilson's 4x4 by you?
Right. Why?
Because I have a question.
Okay.
Bruno, does this feel like you're like on drugs?
I'm oblivious to this one, yeah.
He's oblivious.
Oblivion. Of course, that song
Okay.
goes like
I haven't delved
goes
this.
like so. And I'm going to sing this
I
as well
haven't
as I
gone
can.
this into detail with the song.
I'm not going to sing it.
Do it in her voice.
In a 4x4 by you, babe.
Yep.
You know that part.
Yep.
In a 4x4 by you, babe.
Yeah.
Right. From the bayou to Kentucky. She tries to make this rhyme. Kentucky, like babe. Right.
That's good.
And then she says city to the country. From here to. What would you put there? So in a 4x4 by you, babe. From the bayou, from Kentucky.
City
to the country. From here to.
I know what she says, so this is kind of
Say it then.
Timbuktu.
Timbuktu. That sounds right. How does she not say Kalamazoo? Because isn't that the most like country thing in the world?
That might be
I
way
don't
too
know,
much
that's-
rhyming.
Yeah.
That might be slightly too much rhyming.
From
Sing
here
it with
to
Kalamazoo.
I can't. I just realised that as you were saying it, that it sounds awful. That's why
She did
But
the same thing.
I reckon she started with Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
When she wrote it, she was, oh, it's Kalamazoo. Because every country singer says Kalamazoo. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
it's
think I've
all right.
heard. Have I not heard Kalamazoo in a
You must
song?
have.
Country
You're a
singers.
country fan.
Bruno, name a country singer that has said Timbuktu. Other than Lainey Wilson.
There's a few.
From here to Kalamazoo.
Sounds like a nursery rhyme.
From city to the country. From here to Timbuktu. So she wants 3 syllables.
Yeah, she wants to
Kalamazoo.
basically drop it off an edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think she's right.
Because I thought it was Kalamazoo for the longest time, and I thought,
I feel
why
like
is she not doing Timbuktu?
I feel like she knows what she's doing.
I feel like, yeah.
He's not wrong. I mean, I can't critique her.
I'm glad you showed me this though.
Bruno, I've written out the lyrics to this song
There you go.
because it
I was-
really.
I appreciate the effort. I was gonna go so low hanging fruit with this topic, and I'm not doing it.
Do
Does it
it.
involve a Zempic?
Yeah.
Of course it does.
Okay.
Yeah. A certain community of the internet found
Yeah,
her.
I know.
Now they're angry
Yeah.
at the drug Ozempic. But again, that's allegedly.
Yeah. I've seen it.
She's also been in the same karaoke as us, so
She has.
So if she ever comes back,
Yeah.
I will bring up
Bring it up.
and I'll sing it for her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kalamazoo.
do you know what's also
Yeah.
going down in Wales at the moment? That I think Gavin and
The speed
Stacey
limit more.
is starting to be filmed.
Filming in
It
Barry
is.
Island. Should we go there this weekend?
I've never been.
I don't fully understand where it is.
Ruth Jones was hanging out in Marco's.
Unless it's 20 minutes away in Lampeter, you don't want to know about it.
It's definitely not 20 minutes away.
I hate how
It's on the way
he's
back to
laughing.
England. It's basically England, really.
What,
No,
Barry?
it's not.
We're more
It's
in
not.
Wales now.
Nah,
It's Cardiff, isn't it?
I swear
It's off the coast of Cardiff.
Anywhere south of that M4.
Aren't you
Basically,
south of the
it's-
M4, technically?
No.
I think you
We're
are.
above Now I'm above it.
So I'm below it.
No, you're above it.
No,
But we come off of it, Joe, and you live here and we live here.
No, I'm above it. I'm 20 minutes north of Swansea, and Swansea is where the M4 is.
I don't know. I think we're gonna.
Swansea's below the M4.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to get a map out.
Yeah,
Before we know anything, I know roads and maps.
Yeah, I don't deny that. From here to Timbuktu.
I'm with you, Scott.
Bookmark this moment.
No.
He's joined in at the end there on his own. That's the best. He went to. Oh my god, that's the best. Oh, I'm so glad I did this whole thing just to see that. I can't wait to watch this back on YouTube on the Peppercorn Boys.
I can't wait to take my family on that.
Oh, wicked. I keep using.
I was trying to explain that to Lisa the other day.
You gotta find the video.
We have to.
No, you have to.
It didn't work.
Yeah, because it just sounds disingenuous until you show it in the video. Because that guy's not disingenuous. He loves trains.
It was basically because we had a really good week together, and then you weren't there, and then I was just trying to explain to her.
Oh, we had. We said you and Lisa had a good week.
We did.
Oh, no, of course not.
And then I was basically trying to explain to her something you did when you weren't there, as if I was sad you weren't there anymore.
He's still talking about me.
Yeah.
I understand it. Bruno probably does it, but he just talks into a green screen. Or he finishes those sentences. That's the best.
Yeah. Thanks.
He was like, I know I'm not there, but I feel like I'm there. Like Timbuktu. I love that.
I'm crying now.
That might be the highlight of this. Please
No.
don't. If you do, Bruno, that's fine. But please send me the unedited that piece because I'll watch it every night.
And I just had to laugh so hard I just woke Mum up. So.
He did do this though. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, I'm sweating. Anyone else?
I was
Anyone
cold
else?
when I got it, but
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Sorry, what did you say? Yeah, but anyone else got any thoughts on that, Kalamazoo?
Nah.
I think we'll wait till we talk to her.
If you couldn't use either of them, what would you?
From here to
Lizarazu, our favourite French football player from the late 90s.
To Houston.
What ends with it?
To Houston Zoo.
That's a Diamondback, honey.
It's a good zoo. That's a dog.
That's oh my god, it's a dog. They had a family dog. It said family dog. I don't think it said
It's a Labrador.
Oh my god, it's red.
So just think about that Labrador that's in that zoo right now.
Context what Bruno just said. The best part is that every single bit of advertisement in the whole of the Houston city was there's a red panda at the zoo.
Yeah.
And as you enter, all it ever says is go look for the red panda.
Good point.
And this kid walked up to him and, oh my god, it's red. Like immediately. That was mad. Do you remember when that leopard jumped at me and everyone laughed?
Yeah, that was
I
big,
can't remember that. I wish I.
That's surprising for you.
Yeah,
That's something
it's so surprising.
It was behind that big, like, what was it, Perspex? Glass?
I hope so. Yeah.
It did bow a little bit and hit me a little bit. And I was like,
Whatever that was, it jumped up.
class.
It was huge.
Yeah, he was chilling and I turned
Yeah.
and he did it and it scared me. And there was like a room of like 10 of us.
Yeah.
And obviously Bruno was just like pants down by this point. And he's forgotten it though because he must have blacked out.
Yeah.
I think so much has
You laughed
happened
too hard.
since then that like embarrassing stuff to you
Yes.
that it's been replaced in the top 10, obviously.
Quick question, Bruno. Could you just act out for me? Like if you're in the street and you're on your phone and you walk into something by accident, I'm sure you've done it. We've all done it. What do you do?
I go like that,
I
I
laugh.
think. I go,
You do like
Yeah.
I'm annoyed kind of
no,
thing.
no,
Where'd that come
not
from?
annoyed, but like I was kind of like, oh, and then hand it off.
Do you look around or do you keep your eyes kind of
No,
like they go
I-
almost like tunnel vision,
I-
like as if you can't see anything?
Now I do look around.
Oh, you have a proper look.
Okay.
Because I did the other day at work. I do go to work.
Yeah.
There's like the horse jump. It has a big horse head.
Oh, yeah.
And it's about there, and I
Yeah.
didn't realise. And I had my hat on forwards, and the dog was like running down, and I was watching it. I was walking, and I headbutted it, and I think the back of my head touched my spine. I was like, yeah, and like, I made a sound and everything, and I think I went, and I looked so much that I felt so insecure. You know, when Dalia did that bit about the insecure laughing, he goes, yeah, I felt like that. I was like, yeah,
I laughed it off.
That feeling.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is laugh it off. Like
you're like a nutter because if no one's around, like it was like an acre of land where no one was, but there was cars, so I didn't know if people were sat in the cars.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, but I was like, my eyes would roll back to my head.
No, there has to be people around to laugh.
Yeah, there has to be.
What do you do otherwise?
No, you just kind of you just shake it off and go.
Yeah.
Or act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, or that. Do it with confidence. Do it like you meant to do it.
Yeah. I just want to protect myself from that ever happening to me again because I don't like the feeling.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I did it with you at Wembley the other week. I stepped off a high pavement ledge.
Oh yeah,
and went down. And my
your natural thing is to usually try and lock up with me or something. Like you'll turn around and start coming back towards me, like throwing arms, and I'm like, I was like, I didn't even know you fell, so I just think it's out of nowhere. I'm like, and luckily I've done a lot of Krav Maga. Yeah, so I'm very good with knocking battens.
I've done a lot of karate.
Karate.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a yellow belt.
Same.
And I've not sharpened up on any of it. Joe and I quit karate at the exact same time.
I don't think I ever did it.
Did you not? You never did traffic lights or anything?
No. I know how to handle. I know how to handle myself already, so it's fine.
Of course. I didn't like it because they taught us to punch with our thumbs inside a handle.
Oh.
Anything I've ever learned from the streets is to not do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because I'll break your thumbs. Hey, yeah.
How crazy is it though? We were taught karate by John Wicks.
I can't figure a way out of that.
John Wick.
Yeah.
It was John Wicks, wasn't it?
Wick.
Was it John?
Could have been John Wick.
John Wick. What's the film?
John Wick.
John Wick.
He was John Wicks with an X, I think.
Two of them. What's worse than one John Wick is two John
He's like
Wicks.
six pack.
Two of them, yeah.
He's like wolf pack.
No wonder we were good.
What you said? No wonder we were good. We were not good. What it was have we told this story? Because we've definitely told this story to people, and British probably had to hear it.
I don't know if I have.
We used to do karate in the Basingstoke Town Centre in the evening on like a Tuesday.
I think it was a Friday night.
No, oh, that's even more sadder. I was probably 5.
You were young. They had to make an exception for you because they didn't have people that young in there.
Yeah. But
you wanted to come do it with me.
Yeah. What did the team used to call me? Tums. They used to call me Tum Tums. That's from Little Ninjas or whatever. Little Ninjas? Was Little Ninjas the film with the 3 young lads doing karate?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that film.
3.
Yeah, and I think that's why we did it, because we liked that film and we liked Wax On, Wax Off.
Like any kid in the 80s or 90s wanted to do karate because of those films.
Yeah, and I was Tums because I was the little fat one. And so I was like 5, Joe was like 11. And in reality, we probably did it for 3 weeks.
It wasn't long.
But I think it was quite an upheaval for the family.
And that's what it was.
Get to basically on a Friday night, And one night we got there, we went, and Joe went, was it you or me?
I think I did.
I think Joe went, I don't want to do it. And Mum went, huh? And he went, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like it. And she went, well, you can sit in the car. And I went, yeah, I don't either. And
we never went back.
It was, I reckon, and we got in that car very quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
That motion happened.
Well, John Wicks had to make some sort of exception. It was probably illegal to get you into that class.
That was the thing, is I think there was about a 3-month process to get me even in this class with you. And then brothers being brothers, Joe went, I don't fancy it. And then I went, yeah, I didn't mean them. And I went, do you know what the best was? I went in that night going, I love it. And the minute he said it, I was like, I hate it. I think this is the worst.
And 30 years later, you're still doing the same stuff.
Yeah, still doing that. we still do this stuff. So I was just like, don't like it. To be honest, he's right. I don't like it either. It's rubbish. But I do actually physically remember my head going and going. So maybe I could have been something.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't like being out of the house that late on a Friday night.
I worried that our end goal was always going to be wrestling.
It was.
And I would have had a karate gimmick. And I wouldn't have liked that. So I think you've done us a favor.
You haven't had, you're a semi pro footballer, so you haven't done that football gimmick. You didn't give that legs.
Yeah. Well, everything you've just said has hurt me a little bit, but I mean, I said this the other day. I had a few dreams when I was a kid. I wanted to have Jack Russell.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted. This is written down. I found it when I was like 8. I'd written this. I wanted to do Wembley Stadium.
Yep.
Like, because of SummerSlam 92. I wanted to be in the film Coyote Ugly.
Wow.
And the last one was I wanted to be a professional football player.
Wow.
If I knew at that point I could kind of order my dreams on Wish, I've done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not fully there, but they're close.
They're not all completed, but
I've done the lowest form of all of them.
They're all very impressive. That's a manifestation.
I mean, very close to some Jack Russell. I've been on the stage at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about it. And then semi-pros, Bruno really likes to bring back a lot. And then the other one, I don't remember what it was. But
Coyote Ugly.
yeah, wrestled there, which kind of is cooler than being in the film because I don't think that's actually possible.
No.
I was going to say the other option was I just answer.
Yeah.
Could do.
And I don't know if they're allowed that.
I hope
It's
so.
2024, they might.
I've danced on that stage, though.
We've been up there.
We've made sure that I've sang Can't Fight the Moonlight and I've gyrated on the bar.
Yep, done that.
So, I mean, to
There
be
you
fair,
go.
that one,
You've
I
done
would
it.
say that is a 100% take.
I've also swam in it whilst coyotes drench me.
And I've also hung out the back with a little bag in my hand and said, what is everything? And what a 3 a.m. in the back. And I do that on my own. There's no one around. And there's usually a guy called Gavin there. But I mean, if anything, I would say that is as ticked as that one can get.
You've ticked all of them pretty much.
Yeah, but they are Temu versions.
That doesn't matter. Not many people get close to any of them.
Appreciate you. I don't know. I had this daunting feeling the other day where I was like, I've kind of achieved every goal I ever wanted, but in the worst way. But kind of cool way still.
Yeah, I don't think there's a worst way. The worst way is not doing any of them.
You're not wrong.
Mm.
You're right. Do you want to know what else is on my list?
Yes.
We've hit everything except for one.
Okay.
We're going to see Matt Rife this Saturday.
God, that's this week.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty much what I want to bring up. Is just the fact we're going to see a comedy show. I've never seen a comedy show in any facet live.
I don't think I have.
Obviously, like Reading Tent from a distance, but I mean, I've not gotten sat in there for a period.
Yeah.
I've never gone to see a
Mate.
live. The way you said, mate, is either you're surprised or there's a clear like 3 that I've been to you with.
No.
I've been to them with you. And
It's,
I'm like
it's,
just
it's
blanking.
surprise. I've been to
You've been to see like
7, 10.
Eliza.
I've seen Eliza twice.
Big jump from 7 to 10. He missed a couple numbers there. Big man
I've
style.
seen Eliza twice. I've seen Jimmy Carr once.
That's right.
Jack Whitehall.
And you wonder if this guy's a Tory.
Chris
Listen,
Di Stefano.
Oh,
okay, that's
where was that?
different. You look like Chris.
Me and Little Red went and watched him in London.
Oh, wow.
That was the thing because Brendan Sharp nearly came over, didn't he?
Yeah.
You dodged a bullet there.
I've watched this Scottish comedian called Gary Meikle. There's been a few more. I like comedy shows.
Yeah, I've never been to one. I've watched a million specials. I
Yeah.
love comedy. Outside of wrestling, it's probably my biggest passion as far as doing
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But no, never been. So I don't really know
Wow.
the
What
vibe.
a good one to break the cherry to, eh?
Yeah, the best live crowd guy, and you've got us front row, and I'm sat next to a beacon.
It's his.
Can't wait to get into that
It's
conversation.
his material, so I think he only like allows a certain bit. If the crowd fills up for it, then he'd do the bits, the
He does
crowd
it,
work.
yeah.
But if it's not, then he'd just do his normal stand up.
Stand up. Yeah, I think he usually tries to do like 20 minutes of crowd work if it's kind of there. But I can guarantee you right now, if he does one crowd work thing,
He's not looking
pointing at that guy.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
When he walks on stage, it's the first thing he's going to
Bruno,
see.
I was saying this the other day, as a performer in our own right, the first thing I do is I pick out people.
Yeah.
And they're usually the most obvious ones, or they're the people that are very uninterested.
Yeah.
The first thing I do is as soon as I walk out, I'm like, I've clocked 2 people that do not want to be here, so I'm doing everything to them now. And there's 2 people there that seem like if I want to do something, they're gonna explode into some kind of information for me.
Yeah.
And that's what he's gonna. He's gonna walk out. He's gonna go, oh, there you go, cool. Here's my special. And then the enemy's gonna go, this guy, I need to know what you do. Like, there's no way there's going to be another person. Saying that, we are in Wales, so there's going to be a lot of bearded rugby people.
And there's
with
going to be
girlfriends.
there's going to be girls front row that are going to try and take his attention away.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are as well.
I'm gonna sit between you and Lissy, I think. And then I'm gonna
between the husband and wife, and that's not going to be the whole bit. Yeah.
And then I'm going so hard with a what's the word? Exaggerated storyline. That's for sure.
Oh, you're making stuff up as you go.
He's got material. He's going in with material.
Yeah. I might have to go to the toilet or something. Then they think you're even worse. Where's he going?
That is worse.
Yeah, I'll try and run. I might run.
It's VIP, which is weird. It's not meet and greet, but
sorry,
it's not.
We're doing a meet and greet.
It's not meet and greet, but we get a little package beforehand. I got an email today.
Evening. Yeah. Well, the prices we're paying, then I expect to meet the man.
He expects a little package.
Is there like a support act? I guess.
Yeah, there'll be.
Like low-level comedies that we decide whether they're going to succeed or not.
Yeah. I don't know, but he travels with 2 other guys, and they normally do stuff in America together, so I'm guessing they're probably going to do that. So it might just be those 2 guys that come up and do it.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. I'm going with the intention not to laugh.
I think...
That might be worse.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be way worse.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm never going to take my eyes off the guy. And if he doesn't talk to me at the end, he's just going to be like, that guy was an and I don't want to talk to him.
Before this podcast, I was watching Kill Tony with him on it.
Yeah, he was on it yesterday, was he?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so never been there. And it's ironic because I was talking about the kind of the crowd work aspect, and considering what Joe and I do now, when we were kids, you couldn't have found 2 people that would leave a stadium of anything having paid money because someone might pick someone out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Like we went to a light show back in Futurescope, which is just outside Paris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounded Tory, but I mean, it wasn't Disney. It was a secondary place that just did lasers. Yeah. But there was a stadium show at the end, and then they started to separate into the crowd, all these like animals and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, come here with me, grabbing people. Mum and Dad were like sat here, there's the stairs, and then us, and they were coming up the stairs.
Yeah.
Joe and I got up, ran out the back of the stadium, and waited for an hour for Mum and Dad to come out. And in hindsight, they never came out to get us. They watched the whole show and then went out and went, what are you doing?
What's the best way to get around getting picked out in a crowd, though?
Because we should know.
No, you become the performer.
Well, yeah, but also, do you know what the worst part is? Now I am the performer.
Yeah.
No one's off limits. I don't care if you're ignoring me.
I find
doing too much. I want a piece of all of it.
Why do you think during our entrance I run round the whole room?
I do wonder.
Everyone's involved.
I do wonder a lot.
Everyone's involved.
They are involved.
I'm touching them all.
Anyway.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a mental weekend because I'll be up late watching NFL kickoff Thursday into Friday. There's a game Friday into Saturday, then travel to Cardiff, and then back, and then a nice chilled Sunday. I think this time I'll be up.
We got to watch NFL.
This time we'll be up, and I won't be so eager to get out of the ranch, mate.
You can't wait. He gets here. He goes, do you want to just get in a car and drive around? I was like, I've got a dog. And he's just like, you can sit in the back. So I don't think he really fancies just watching us go get milk. Or does he? But we got NFL Sunday night as well, so that's going to be chill. What I mean. Did you want to not add something to your plate, like making like 6 lasagnas and like a turkey roast or something? I'm not doing that. You don't want to add that to your plate? That's mad. Something you'd like? Usually? It
is normally something I like. I might feel different when I wake up on Sunday morning. I might feel a little bit.
Yeah, you will.
Might feel a little bit.
So I might have to go to Swansea or London. Get some fresh meat from London.
Because it's Texans Colts start off the season.
Is it?
Joe, I'm taking away your CJ Stroud card, mate. If you don't know that what your first game is this Sunday, I can't do it.
I'm struggling to keep up with life at the minute. So.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This guy, he's rushed off his feet. I know my first game.
Was it?
It's a Tennessee Titan.
Is it?
It's not, but I want to see what it does.
It's the Browns.
He knows yours
on
as well.
TV.
I know for a while.
On TV.
That's very impressive.
9:25.
Is ours on TV?
No.
What?
Steelers got on TV.
Oh.
It's good though. It's good though because it's the first week of NFL Red Zone back, and that almost trumps anything. So Colts goes on the iPad, and we just sit and we watch
Red Zone. Yeah.
We watch the man do his work. All right, we watch Scott do his work.
My God, he's excited. He literally tweets every week and goes, 7 days till I'm in your home. and every week I'm like, Scott HANSON, come over early and talk to me. I love that guy. There's going to be a witching hour and I'm going to flip out.
Yeah. I usually watch it on my phone, the Red Zone, during...
You need more TVs.
We do need more TVs.
I'm going to get an Octobox for this.
But I might have to pop a little... earpiece in just to hear him.
You do. That's the best part.
That's the meds I listen to at night.
That's the best part.
I listen to reruns of Red Zone.
Yeah.
When I go to bed, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's the most comforting thing in the world.
Honestly, I definitely put on weight during the NFL season. It gets to like 5:36 and I'm watching the last Premier League game and I'm like, where's Scott HANSON? And I start wandering into a different room and I'm like, there he is. He's like, we got 7 games starting right now. And I'm like, yes, we have. And I eat a Sunday roast. And then by about 7:30, he's talking about half times and stuff. And I'm thinking,
he's about to say, he's about to say those words.
So I'll get something else. And then I come back. He says witching hour. It sends me into like a frenzy. I just start looking for food, like genuinely like a honey badger. I come back with plates of cheese.
Wow, nice.
I'll go out and get the cheese.
Do it.
It makes me want cheese. And then I do that. And then it gets to the 9:25 and I think, like, should we go again? And he says, we go again. And then I'm like, what do I get? So I have to go get some Haribo or something. And then I get another pop. And it gets to about 12 o'clock. And then I just completely give up on the games. And I go to bed. Because the secondary games is always the Seattle Seahawks. And there's some kind of blowout.
Cowboys getting blown out.
Don't do that because the Cowboys are always actually on. So
my favourite thing I used...
Go.
No, Carol.
I'm surprised the Dallas Cowboys aren't Sunday Night Football. Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Browns game would be decent. But
interesting, yeah.
That'd be right.
I'm going to be honest, don't have high hopes for Dallas this year. But
no?
We ride.
We should.
I feel like we've got...
Yeah.
I feel like the Texans have got way too high hopes at this point. Like, everything looks way too good for the Texans at the minute. It's
going to go wrong.
I don't feel like it's going to be as good as it looks.
CJ could have a sophomore slump, but
yeah,
I feel that you've done quite decent business, so I feel like you're going to be strong. I feel you are overhyped, and it's not necessarily fair.
That's a worry.
You're still. Yeah. I feel like you're still going to be in the mix, but I don't feel like you're going to run away with anything. But you're strong, so I think you'll have a fun season.
Yeah.
Do we put a wager? Maybe a 3-way wager this time. It's been a few years since you and I have done one, Scott.
I don't feel. This is the first time in many a year where I don't feel at all confident. If I had to guess, I'd say as far as records or the distance in the playoffs, whatever, I've got Houston here, Colts here, Dallas here, comfortably.
I feel like I'm the same, but the Colts one is such a toss of the coin that I don't know what we're going to get, because without going into like too much like NFL talk, we're going to give up a lot of points still. And it's whether Richardson stays healthy, and we have no real like out and out weapons. We do not have a CD Lamb, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Cowboys are just usually I feel like we've strengthened a little bit, and then this year I feel like we've done that. But it could be also a better thing to have like slightly less pressure. I don't know. You never know.
I'm more confident because I think it's 2 seasons that we haven't done that thing. I'm more confident this year that Colts will get a better record, which is why I'm more likely to put on the money than I have been. But it generally could go either way.
It's an odd one because I don't know where the Eagles stand. We might pip the top just by proxy kind of thing. I don't know. This is Dak's last year. Is he going to just give up, or he doesn't seem the type that's going to? He seems like someone who's going to make a point. And we do have like one of the best receivers in the league. So
yeah,
it's just a running back. That's what worries me. But I mean, Pollard wasn't crazy good last year either. So having a mix of a few, maybe we aren't as bad as I think. But I don't know. It just seems a bit different defensive coordinator. Is it going to be as good as last year? Don't know.
I don't know.
But it'd be interesting. I'm excited for it. It really feels like autumn now, though.
Yeah,
it definitely does. Like we booked another thing I don't want to say it because it sounds so Tory. I booked another car wash yesterday, and it's the 7th of October, and I was like, that's so far, that's so close to them being, the clocks go back, and it gets dark early. So
yeah, like 5 is going to start. You'll leave in the dark.
I'll be in Florida.
This is like there.
Yeah, you'll be fine. But the clocks will change, so you've got to remember that for your flights and stuff.
I'll be all thrown off.
Nah, it'd be all right. It'd be all right.
It will be all right. We did all the hardware at the start, didn't we?
We did.
So, do we just ramble until it turns off, or do we like one of those?
I'm gonna say it right at the end. Are you gonna get the numbers 43274 tattooed on you at all? What's that like?
That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will. What?
Wait, it looks like he's laughing, but there's no sound.
Yeah. I'm definitely doing that.
Cool.
Why? Please tell me.
It's a troll comment. That's the AEW turnstile thing for Wembley, and obviously I'm making a joke for the last year's.
What was it? What was the number?
It's like 43 or 47,000.
Okay, he jumps by 3 or 4. He's missing numbers.
I get my 3 and 7s mixed up, all right?
Of course, yeah, we all do.
3s and 7s.
Yeah.
3s and 7s.
I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Franks and beans.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen Raw yet?
No.
Okay.
I botched a draft. I tried to eat. I was finishing another podcast. A lot's happened. I'm sweaty. I'm stressed out. I'm fed up. How's the podcast?
Oh, you did. You've turned up when it matters. All right, Scott. You've turned up.
I always do, mate. I always do.
You came with the goods. All right.
I appreciate the energy levels we come.
Not always do, because for podcasts you do. All right, but you can't say you do for a thing, because Big Man had to get you out of a hole. All right.
Oh, at the draft. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Made it sound like I owed you money or something, and I didn't like that.
You do.
Just for the record, Lissy owes you money. I don't know anything. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the purchase of these tag tickets. I woke up to the news that I was going to a comedy show.
I'll let you sort that out with your wife before she leaves you next week.
Oh!
You, Scott.
Yeah.